What is up, everyone? I'm Skratch. Welcome to another King Arthur Legends Rise video. Hope you guys are having an amazing Sunday. In today's video, guys, we're going to talk about the meta in King Arthur Legends Rise in pretty much every single dungeon, and kind of like what are the best teams, what are the best heroes to use, and what are the fastest speedrun teams that we have available in the game, or the best performing teams that we have in the game. This is actually required for a mission to be able to send you guys free summons and stamina. If you are not supporting the channel just yet, make sure you guys head over to the link in the description down below. Click on support Skratch Gaming, and I'm going to be able to send you rewards as soon as they approve this mission. And I have another one that's waiting for approval. And I'm going to be able to send you guys around 15 free special summons, which will give you a chance to summon a legendary, and a bunch of stamina refills as well. But leaving all that on the side, guys, let's head straight into the restricted area. If we're talking about the power-up dungeons, to be honest, these are much easier than the other dungeons. I haven't farmed the Frozen Plains in quite a while. I've been farming so much gold. I feel like I'm playing some gold simulator farming or some game like that, right? Either way, on the Plane of Beasts, you gotta knock the shield, you guys know the drill with this boss, and then just absolutely demolish it. The fastest team is actually pretty crazy because he did it in around 4 turns, okay? So probably you have to kind of like retry it a few times just to get a counter attacks as well to kind of like be helpful with that, assuming that that's what they've done in order to knock it down to 4 turns, which is pretty crazy, right? But this boss will get melted once you're breaking the shield if you have a couple of good damage dealers in your team, you know. Arthur is crazy good for this boss as well because he has a lot of hits with the second skill and the passive. But right here, as you guys can see, Ain, you have Morgana with defense down, you have Tristan and Kai, right? Tristan is super powerful versus this boss as well, and it's nice to see that Tristan is actually very useful in a lot of other areas since they've added a new hall, right? The new game mode. So for the Plane of Beasts, all you need is basically having multi-hits to knock down the shield. If you're super endgame, you don't really need to worry about support or anything like that. While you're progressing, yes, you will require healers because the boss will drop your attack gauge and stuff like that. Then, moving on to the Burning Land. Yes, it's all about Hild now and her ability to detonate the boss. Now, I still do not comprehend why defense down enhances her ability to detonate a debuff that deals damage based on enemy max HP. Okay? If you're putting dot damage on the boss, you're going to do 3% of the HP of the boss. If you apply defense down while you have dot, that does absolutely nothing. It makes no sense, but either way, that's how Hild is actually coded. If you really want to make a big, massive boom, you need a Chivalry 5 on her. And of course, bring in a defense down because, hey, that seems to enable a bigger boom as well. So it's a bit strange. I find it a bit strange in the way how they coded the new champion, right? But as you guys can see, 22 seconds. So you bring in Lance, or you bring in Lance is kind of like the best for it because he does apply AoE dot damage. Morgan, defense down. You don't really need to have a lot in here, to be honest with you. Seems like he's not even using gear that lot. He's there mainly just for the design, more or less. But either way, Hild is basically melting this boss. Like, just boom, instant detonation. You put some dot damage and it's pretty much game over. If not, Rosier, you have tons of different heroes that can do it. Anguish, dot damage versus this boss. That's pretty much the meta. And now, when they introduced Hild, they actually changed one of the passives on the boss, and he takes 1000% more detonation damage, right? So Hild is actually even more powerful versus this boss. Then, moving on to the Frozen Plains. I used to run a team where I was putting heal reduction because I was not melting the boss fast enough, right? It's pretty important to have defense down versus this boss. If not, you're not going to be able to do so much damage. It seems like everybody on Storm Relics right here. Tristan, even Nika is with a Storm Relic. Of course, Morgan with a Storm Relic for the defense down. And you have Ain. But it's interesting to see that Tristan plus Ain are actually absolutely demolishing the boss, right? Like, she's on a Vigor set with accuracy. It's not like she's doing damage or anything like that. Vigor set as well. She's built with resistance and counterattack. Focus set. And then you have Tristan with the attack set, right? Pretty interesting. That's something that I haven't tried personally, but I definitely need to see when I need to farm this dungeon. To be honest, I haven't farmed it in quite a while because I did not require more materials. For the Shrine of Storms, I'm actually using a very similar team with this one right here at the top on a 3 freaking turn to melt the boss, right? So yes, this Arthur is max chivalry. Pretty solid gear on him as well, right? I knew there was going to be a focus set. I don't really have a lot of focus pieces, right? And that's mainly because I do not purchase the gear. But when you're looking at some of these players, they spend tons and tons of money, right? So they purchase all of the gear packs that they're kind of like popping in the shop, especially if they're good gear sets. And that gives them a massive advantage because they are able to get very, very good gear, right? So this is crazy. 23 seconds, 3 turns. I feel like Morgan with defense down is better. The thing with Arthur versus this dungeon, he's not going to die, right? He has the passive that will keep him alive. So even if the boss gets to take a turn, if you're now one-shotting him, not a problem because you're going to be able to keep him alive and your support champions will survive the hit anyway, right? Because you can definitely soak in a couple of hits with the support heroes. The main issue always used to be the damage dealers, right? So as you guys can see, the top of the meta is pretty much the same team. I haven't really been farming many dungeons either in terms of gear and stuff because I need to farm a lot of gold. I feel like I'm always out of gold, right? I'm not free to play. I'm purchasing packs. I'm getting some stamina every now and then when they have some good offers. But still, all of my stamina goes in the freaking Burning Land. Either way, talking about the Nest of Wkcalhag, of course, the best DPS in here is going to be Irat. Really, really good because she brings the Mark debuff. You can definitely combine some crazy funky things like this one as well on a 3-turn cooldown. Pretty damn impressive, to be honest with you. And then you have an uncommon in here as well to seal the deal, you know? So Arthur, Irat, of course, Ain is very strong in a lot of different areas. It's crazy how much it changed because in the first 2 months, almost nobody was using Ain anywhere, okay? Very, very few people were using her. And now you're seeing her being part of pretty much every single team. And that's mainly because all of us built her wrong at the beginning, right? Nobody really looked at her as, okay, should we give her damage? Should we give her this? And she's not only going to support, right? So it makes a massive, massive difference. Origin of Apolea, pretty straightforward in here as well. Tristan can work. I'm not really using Tristan in here, to be honest. Padiver is the main man for the job in this dungeon. Even though he is weak affinity, I'm not really going for records because it's hard for me to compete with people that spend a lot of money, buy the gear packs and everything else. But you can definitely have tons of options for damage dealers in here. Like you have Padiver, you have Irat, you have Claricine, you have Arthur now that is doing an amazing job. Even Hild. Hild doesn't need to detonate to do damage. Her raw damage is actually really, really good. So you can definitely try her in here, but I'm pretty convinced she will not outperform any of these heroes. And of course, Nika, the best support. That Pierce buff is massive. Fortress of Arceros. That's something that I did not farm in a very, very, very long time. Probably at least a couple of months. I think so. I think around there. I think it must have been a couple of months since I found this dungeon, and I can definitely feel the pain because I don't have so many good pieces for some of my favors / factions, right? But once again, Arthur came to the game really strong damage dealer. Like, he absolutely demolishes enemies, okay? He deals so much damage. Nika, Ain, and Morgan. Like, pretty much all of the teams right here are the same. Like, crazy. 9 turns, 10 turns, 11 turns. And keep in mind, this boss has 2 different waves, okay? Actually, 3. 3 waves, because you add the side minions. I mean, the minions at the beginning, not the side minions. You have the minions, you have the first form of the boss, and then you have the second form of the boss, right? So 9 turns is actually really, really impressive. Then we have the Horders Sanctuary. To be honest, that's where all of my stamina kind of like went in the last couple of months in terms of gear dungeons and stuff. And yes, this is actually solid. I was using Claricine. I was using Irat for a while. I still did not put my Arthur in that team to see how he performs, but I have pretty much the exact same team except a different damage dealer, right? Ain, Nika, and Morgan. And they're doing a fantastic job. And this in 8 turns is really good as well, because the main way on how you can do a lot of damage versus this boss is to kill the minions, right? The side minions, 4 different minions. So that's how you actually do damage versus the boss. So imagine how much firepower it needs to bring in order to take them down constantly, multiple times, and get this dungeon done in 8 turns. Like, if you're looking at the second place, only 19 turns, more than double, right? So this guy, he is onto something, okay? That's for sure. Moving on to I'm not gonna talk about the favors, guys, because that it really depends what you have available and stuff. But actually, let's just quickly scroll through them so you guys can see. But you can probably see it in your own game as well. Arthur, Ain, everywhere. You don't really need support heroes once you have a lot of crazy damage dealers. This is actually interesting. Only 2 of them, 11 turns. I'm so curious to see what build does this Bediver have. Like, not the gear, but the actual stats, you know. Super curious to see what type of stats he has, because he's demolishing that boss. Hound's Favor, pretty straightforward as well. You have Cloud Dust getting the job done. Nika, Irat. You have, of course, Saris, which is really strong. Hild at the top right here, next to the rest, is actually a new thing, right? 22 seconds, 4 turns for the first place. And on the Bull's Favor, yeah, I was gonna say, like, he's going to absolutely demolish as well. Gilroy actually deals a lot of damage now. I still haven't finished to build mine. Then Master of That. This is one of the top teams, but to be honest, most of the teams with 2 damage dealers, Morgan, and a support will demolish the boss, right? Like, so fast. I'm not even taking too long to farm this dungeon. Definitely not 9 turns or anything like that, but it's not a very tough dungeon. It feels really hard at the beginning. I mean, both of them, Master of the Apocalypse and the Master of That, feel pretty hard at the beginning. But once you progress a little bit, you're gonna actually realize that they're so much easier than they seem. And once again, Arthur is literally dominating every freaking dungeon, man. Like, it's crazy how powerful he is. Really interesting to see that he is everywhere, okay? Crazy good. And talking about the Hall of Conquerors, guys, I still haven't finalized my teams, so I need to do my Blazing Gorgos. I'm struggling a bit with the survivability here. I've tried with Merlin, I've tried tons of different combos, but only on Oro. I haven't manualed it, so that should make quite a bit of a difference. And I need to do my Talos as well, because I'm not happy with 37 hearts. I want to get to like 40, 45. I need to change Arthur's build, because at the moment, he's just dropping too much HP because of the gear set, right? And he dies way too early. So I need to put him on a regular attack set instead, and that will 1000% up the damage, right? But the Blazing Gorgos Hild is the meta. So let me just quickly show you right here. So as you can see, look at this guy. 72 hearts, Sinister. Good job, bro. And you have, of course, Lancelot. You have Merlin. Hild coming in with Chivalry 10. And you have, of course, Vivian, which will offer you the support. She will bring a bit of that as well if you're not using only her second skill. But this is a pretty interesting team, especially with Merlin. I would assume he's really using the second skill on Merlin very, very often, right? That was a good old strategy for the Gorgos as well, where Merlin was going in with a second skill, applying, what is it, Frozen Remains. I think for the Flame Relic, it has a different name, where it gives you immunity to dot damage, but it only works for a few turns. With a Frost Relic. With a Fire is something different. I can't really remember the name of that, but if you're looking, this is mainly the meta, right? Like, this for champions. Literally everybody. So I'm struggling a bit with survivability because I am not manualing it, and my Vivian is not fully maxed yet. So I need to awaken her and basically get some more levels on her. And would be nice if my Hild would be Chivalry 5, right? That would make a huge difference. Then, talking about Siran. Right here, I've used Nika, Irat, Morgan, and Tristan. Tristan is amazing in here as well. As I was mentioning, it's nice to see that Tristan is being used in so many different areas. I remember even now, at the beginning of the game, we were all kind of like, well, Tristan is good, but he's not that great, right? You're getting him for free, but he's not the most amazing. And it used to be true back at that moment in time, but a lot of things changed, and that really basically gave him a lot of value. So 71 hearts destroyed right here with Nika, Morgan, Tristan, and Clarisin. Pretty strong, to be honest. And most of the teams are similar. Some of them, they have Gilroy. Some of them, they have Ain. But more or less, it's pretty much the same combo, right? The same group of champions. Some of them have, of course, Ceres as well. She's pretty good. She can deal damage too. And support the team, remove buffs from the boss, you know. And then on Talos, at the moment, as I've mentioned, I'm still looking to change a bit the team. I tried even Sarah a little bit. I got 34 hearts with Sarah in the team instead of Ain. So, as I've mentioned, the main thing that I need to change is Arthur, right? Change the gear on him so he doesn't die so freaking early. Because Turin is just not healing enough. I probably need to improve a bit the build on her, get more recovery and stuff to make sure that she's generating more healing, right? Then you have him. He's bringing Mark as well, which is pretty helpful. You have Gilroy, Arthur. But yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of meta at the moment in King Arthur Legends Rise. Arthur, Nika, Morgan, and Hild everywhere. And they are some of the most recent units that were added to the game. Of course, except Morgan, who is free, right? Let me know what teams are you guys using in most of these areas. And as I've mentioned, if you guys want to receive free rewards and stuff, it doesn't cost you anything. You don't need to download anything or anything like that. It helps and supports the channel as well. Click on support Skratch Gaming. As soon as they will approve the missions, I'm going to be able to send you 15 free special summons and a bunch of stamina. Plus, of course, later on, once they unlock new missions, I'm going to be able to send you more rewards. But that was all for the video. Appreciate all of you guys watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.